140-kilometer winds, -2 degrees, hailstorm. I was running sideways up there, so we didn't think that it was going to be a very nice run because the weather was just really bad, but it cleared up with the beautiful mountain range in the background. My mind really cleared up, just connecting with my body, and now actually my knees are feeling better, so I'm super blessed. It feels super good. I have like 7 kilometers left. I feel really happy. So yeah.
In the last 2 weeks, I ran trail marathons in France, Italy, Greece, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, and yesterday here in Croatia. Now, we are soaking in the last views of the Adriatic Sea before heading north towards Finland. The goal? Reach the Baltic Sea and run a marathon in each country on the way, exploring their national parks, hidden gems, and local culture. First, we'll make our way up to Slovenia, circle around the Alps through Austria and into Czech Republic before exploring some mountain lakes in Slovakia and make our way up through the huge country of Poland to arrive in Lithuania and finally reach the Baltic Sea in Latvia. This is part of our wider documentary project Run for Europe, where I run 1 marathon in each country of the European Union in 2 months. Enjoy. Some people call Slovenia the land of the trees, as it's one of the greenest, most densely forested countries in the entire world, where local populations still celebrate 3-headed mountain gods. Yet, Slovenia is a very modern society, with a vibrant culture and technological innovation. Despite its small size, it boasts remarkable geographic diversity, as it sits at the meeting point of 4 major European regions: the Alps, the Pannonian Plain, the Dinaric Alps, and the Mediterranean.
How did you sleep? Good. Good morning, world. It's cold outside, eh? Yes, it is. Wait, I think I need some more clothes. You ready to rumble? Yes, I am.
Waking up in a new place has always been magical to me. You have that urge to get up and explore the unknown and experience something you've never lived before. I've never been here, nor have Marcel and Enzo. Even though we don't have much time to spend in each of the places we visit, living out of a van facilitates an authentic experience. Today, the spirits were high in the team. The past 5 days have been hard, with stormy weather, lots of road, and lots of struggle. But today, the wind is gone, and we are welcomed by one of Europe's most beautiful lakes, Lake Bohinj.
This is Lake Bohinj, something like that. Absolutely stunning. Nobody here, no wind. What a blessing. The sun is out. I can't wait to run this loop, which is around 12 kilometers. So I'm just going to run it 4 times. The 8th station is already set up with Marcel and Enzo. We're going to put the table there. So I'm going to run clockwise. It'll take me about 50 minutes to 1 hour for 1 loop. This run is going to be an easy one, huh?
Yeah, that's nice.
No wind.
The trail looks nice, smooth.
Everything is good condition.
No wind, sunny, it's fresh. That's the perfect weather for a run.
Perfect weather, yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yes,
you deserve it after the after the past marathon.
Can't wait to do a loop with you.
In Croatia. Yeah, I'll join you for the final ones. Yeah?
Final loop?
Yeah. Okay.
My right knee has been a constant struggle since our catastrophic marathon experience on day 1 in France. Since then, I always felt a little extra anxiety before and during the runs, because I did not know when and where my knee would start rebelling and how bad it would get. To put the odds back on our side, Enzo and I have put together a pre-run protocol, a few preventive drills to make sure our joints and muscles of my body are in line with our mission. Knock on wood.
You have to be running all day now. Let's do it. Let's do 2 marathons.
Yes, sir. Let's go, boy! Yee-hoo!
The team is growing together each day of this adventure. As we spend almost 24 hours together in a small van, we develop little routines under the surface. There are unspoken rules that everyone follows in order to keep it peaceful inside our trusty little mobile home. One of these little routines happens during breakfast, one of my personal favorites, I must say. Along with our morning coffee, we always like to get out the maps and learn about the places we're running and traveling through. This lake is the largest and deepest of Slovenia and is a critical hotspot for endemic flora and fauna. Its crystal clear waters are fed by the Savica River and surrounded by the Julian Alps. According to local folklore, Lake Bohinj is associated with the legendary goldhorn, the Zlatarog, a mythical white chamois with golden horns. Next to the chamois, there's a small population of brown bears here, as well as salamanders and alpine marmots. I love to see wildlife on my runs. It always excites me, and to increase your chances to see wildlife, you need to try and be as quiet as possible, which in turn is a great way to reduce the risk of injury. The quieter your stride, the smoother the impact on your knees and the environment around you.
Kilometer 32 with Enzo behind the camera.
Let's go.
Having the best run ever. Come on.
Last loop for Rapha.
Enzo joined me for the last loop. Amazing run, man. Super fun.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we pushed each other a bit, so I got a 5:13 pace for the 44K. Super glad that we're at this beautiful spot. I think I'm gonna jump in. I know it's super cold, but it's gonna be good for the legs.
It's gonna be good for the recovery, yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be great for recovery. And we got a barbecue waiting here. It's gonna be amazing. Didn't need music today. Just listening to the silence was good enough, even better than that. So now we have 2 days of recovery. I ran 4 marathons in the last 7 days. So really happy about these 2 days. With Enzo, we're gonna put some good sessions in tomorrow.
The lake is an amazing place. I had a great time running with you today. It was really good.
I don't know if you noticed, but the trail we were running on was named the Fairy Trail. Because this is insane.
And Marcel, how was your day?
I lack the words to describe. I don't have it in my vocabulary. Way beyond amazing, way beyond.
We've been traveling so much, running so much, filming so much. It's been such an awesome experience. We have been co-living in such a harmonious way. All these places we've been, amazing, all the people we've been meeting. So many stories about conservation, about wildlife, about humans and nature becoming one whole thing together. So yeah, it's been amazing, man. This is living, actually.
What's the next country?
We're off to Austria.
There are few more beautiful and rugged countries in Europe than Austria, and none more central. Nestled into the European mainland, this compact nation shares its borders with 7 European neighbors and its main river, the Danube, with 9 other countries. The Great Danube River flows from its origins in the Black Forest Mountains in Germany through Austria to its seafall in Romania. But it's the soaring alpine landscapes that dominate the state's protected wildernesses. The mountains offer a vital sanctuary at the heart of Europe's ever-developing landmass to a range of species whose habitats have shrunk significantly over the past century. These include the chamois, ibex, lynx, and the mighty griffon vulture. Now, we had a decision to make. Originally, the plan was to run some of Austria's magnificent mountain trails and witness the Great Alps at the center of Europe. Austria's trails are quite important for me personally, as I ran my first ever trail race here 5 years ago. This is where my love for trail running was ignited. And even though I wanted to run on the same trails where it all started for me, my legs were thinking otherwise. Maybe I was again a tiny bit too ambitious, wanting to run such long distances with high elevation and climbing. Plus, our clothes desperately needed a wash, and so we turned towards plan B.
Marcel is not a coffee drinker, so he gets the tea in the morning.
Yes, sir. Not at all a coffee drinker.
Coffee is for us.
How's your legs? Yeah?
Yeah, pretty good actually. Knee's good, but the knee is always good before you run. No wind, sunny. Lucky to run.
In the world of marathon running, Vienna is quite a legendary place. In 2022, Eliud Kipchoge broke the 2-hour barrier for the marathon, running at a 2:50 minute per kilometer pace, a speed most treadmills don't even go up to. Breaking 2 hours for a marathon was considered impossible, and experts thought it would take humanity another 50 years to even get close to it. This legendary run happened at Prater Park in Vienna. So obviously it was a great opportunity for me to run in the footsteps of the fastest marathon runner in the history of humankind.
So I'm just gonna run through this park for 40 kilometers because the cars and the streets and the traffic and the lights and stopping and everything, not for me. No me likey. Filmmaker, aid station, we got the Max 5 here. We got some water here. What is this? Oh, some beer. Okay. So this is
Just in case, you know.
Just in case. This is what I'm looking for. Here we go, man. So this is Vienna, Austria. You have parts of the park where there's no dogs allowed and you can't ride your bike. And then there's other parts of the park where dogs are allowed. These parts of the park are actually made for dogs. So it's a Hundeauslaufplatz, which means basically a running ground for dogs. And you have that little water station right in the entrance of the park, and there's no bikes allowed. All right. And this is actually one of the things that we're finding out during this project Run for Europe, is that there's a big difference between like the mindset and mentality of some countries and others. There's lots of rules here, lots of rules, and people seem to be following them. And as a result, this park here in the middle of the city in Austria is super clean. Like there's no trash nowhere. It's cleaner than the national park we were in Bulgaria, for example. I'm not saying that Bulgaria is a dirty country, but it shows a bit the mindset. Like if I have a dog, I can chill with my dog here. That's a con for me. But for the community, it's a pro. Because as a result, these kids can play with no fear. There's no dog shit everywhere. Like, it makes sense, right? You have another part of the park for the dogs. I think we need to think more like Vienna. We need to think more long term and more community. It makes me want to pick up trash and put it in the trash because it's a clean place. I can see it, right? There is no trash lying around. So when you see trash, pick it up, put it in a bin. Anyways, still got 12K to go. Little bracket.
Kilometer 31. Knee starting to hurt.
Head feels good, that's the most important.
Yeah.
Well done, bro.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Another long day. Woo! 10 last K with Enzo here in Vienna in Austria. Marcel jumped on a little choo-choo train to film me with the gimbal. We had some fun with that. And Enzo joining me for the last 10. Again, a big help. Knee's hurting quite bad, so that was a big challenge. It's 1 day of recovery until the next one in Czech Republic. And the next one is going to be back in a national park. Stay tuned for that. These taste so good, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how they do it, because you just add normal water to them and it tastes like soda. No sugar, It does, right?
Yeah.
No sugar, just electrolytes after sports. Absolutely perfect. If you have ice, it's even better, but without
Ooh,
still
wait.
a blessing.
We
What?
have lemon.
This is ready. Oh my God, cheers, man.
Cheers.
Thanks for the joint.
Well, it was a pleasure.
I love it when my watch tells me I did enough exercise for today.
No shit. The last country was Slovakia.
No,
What?
it was not. It was Austria.
Austria. Fuck.
Cut.
The knee is a bit hurting now, but
My knee.
yeah.
How's your
Rapha's knee. My knee is good. My role is basically to take care of my cousin, organize the runs, organize the checkpoints, the aid stations, cook, drive, all the things I can help with the project is my role. Now we're in Czech Republic, in Podyji National Park. We slept in this wonderful location, just near the trail, so that's perfect. And yeah, slowly we're gonna start the run.
This is a great example of a national park that can coexist between multiple countries. Usually national parks are only within the boundaries of one country. This one is different. It's actually on the border and it's managed by both Austria and Czech Republic. This spot right here used to be the Iron Curtain, which stretches from the south of Europe all the way till the north of Finland, if I'm not wrong, and used to be the separation between the west and the east. And this park is one of the spots that has become a national park. So we're super excited to explore it today. It's a special place historically. Yesterday was my birthday, so the boys made me some killer dinner. And to be honest, I ate way too much and I feel a bit bloated right now. So this is also gonna be a little challenge for today. All right, we're not gonna get into the details, but just to let you know.
This is also one of my favorite things for breakfast. Huh?
Sunnies, salt tabs. Kilometer 4 here on marathon number 10 in Czech Republic. 700 meters of elevation for the first 30k, and after that I'm not sure. My legs are feeling it, I have to say. My calves and my knees are okay right now. Usually they start hurting at kilometer 20, 25, but my calves, my hamstrings, they don't feel very fresh. I'm on the right way, 40 kilometers to go. My goodness. And then one day rest day, and then Slovakia. Let's do this. Whew. Let's leave no trace on this run. What kind of track is this? Those look like some really large animal tracks, if you ask me. Maybe I'm not the only wild thing in this area. Gotta keep an eye out. This is the wrong way. Ah, my calf. I don't know why, but my left calf just locked up. Oh.
We stretch it a bit.
It's painful. 16k in. Let's go. Even though my calf hurts, this is another amazing trail to run. We got ourselves a 600-meter ascent from the beautiful valley with the river up the plateau. Wow, it's crazy how quick you gain elevation. Finally reached the summit. Wow. Oh. So what is the reward? This is the reward. Wow, how cool. That looks like a steep woof, and sudden drop right here. So let's not go too close to that. The river down there. This is Czech Republic. This is Austria. Amazing. Oh, look at that cute little bench. That bench was made for me. Whoa. Wow. That's a dope view, man. Come on. That's where I'm headed, so I have to run through that city, up and down these valleys, and then to the campsite. Amazing. All right, I need to get going. You know, when there's too many views like this, it's hard to keep running. Very honestly. You want to stop and check out the view and, you know, snap a picture, whatever. And then your body gets cold and it's always a pain to get back in the flow. Now I am. Now I'm finishing this in one go. Oh, my legs are jelly. Oh, I'm cooked. Don't know why. But my energy today is not so good. I just feel sluggish. Come on. The trail is not too technical, but there's branches and stuff all over the trail, which means you really have to look not to get like, I think I'm wrong here. Looks a bit like a dead end here. I'll climb this one up. Back to civilization. Kilometer 27. Ah, my God. This is gonna be a grind. 15 kilometers. I need water. If you see a tap somewhere, let me know. Excuse me. Would you have water for me? Just.
I have
did I take money? I don't have money. Do you have a tap? Just a tap?
here not.
Here not? Okay, no problem. No, I didn't take any money with me. Thank you. Alright, surely I can find water there. It's a bar. Man, I would die for some fries, man. Downhill is the worst right now. Salop. Oh, let's go. Look who's there. What up, man?
How's it going?
Oh, good. How are you?
Nice.
Is it far?
4 kilometers.
4 kilometers. That's okay.
It's 4.
That's good. Enzo came to get me.
Make sure it's okay, you know?
That's cool. Lifting my spirits, to be honest, because the last 5K I was feeling a bit low.
Have a nice puree waiting for you.
Can't wait for the food. I don't give a damn what they cooked.
Just want to eat.
If there's salt in it. Oh shit!
What is it?
My water. Ah!
Back at it.
Back. Ain't got no time.
Bro, you're starting to smell, eh?
Guess what?
Simple. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a damn. The bad news is my left calf is messed up.
Yeah, I gotta finish it now. Let's go. Let's push, but
33, so 9 kilometers, mate. Thanks for picking me up, though. I was contemplating, thinking about my life choices, and then Enzo showed up. All right. I think it will be good to finish on some flat, because each time I run down or up, my calf just locks up and really... Shit. You know, it's not even really my calf, I think it's my Achilles tendon. Oh yeah, that's good. One hydration tab, please sir.
yes, sir.
And a hot dog. And some Skittles.
Nice one, Marcel.
Hey, give me more, man. I don't give a damn, bro. Did you do it or him?
I put the vegetables in it, smash it and season, eh?
Yeah, Marcel's seasoning. Man. Okay. Let's finish this off.
And then we eat.
And eat something, okay? I drank the hydration tab. I ain't got no time.
Take the time to stretch a little, just gently, really gently.
Oof.
Really gently.
Like this.
Like this. Loosen up a bit. Yeah, keep to low impact, okay?
Yeah, low
Really
impact. Low impact.
No, but not accelerating or nothing, you know?
Yeah,
just,
yeah, definitely.
Cruise through.
It even hurts when I walk.
That's why.
Okay, where should I run?
Marcel will tell you.
This way? Okay, see you guys later.
There is a long stretch. catastrophic.
Difficult 5 last kilometers.
Yeah.
La douleur elle est un peu remontée là, j'ai mal toute la jambe gauche là, il fait arracher.
Avec le...
Ouais, genre partout là et un peu là. But we did it, mate. 42.39. Took a long time, this one. On the first 200 meters I already felt sluggish and my calf was really hurting already, and the last 10k were probably some of the most difficult of my life.
Yeah, really?
That was tough, man. You know, like not even really running, just like trying to
Yeah, to finish.
trying to like keep balancing your legs forward like a duck. Tough,
Well,
man. I just
take care of this knee now, of this calf now. Huh?
yeah, man. I just it's the whole leg, like.
Now at this point, yeah, it's the whole leg. Let's see tomorrow.
I think Czech Republic is known for lots of like organ trade. Maybe we can get a new leg.
It will be cool, no? That's gonna.
Honestly, I'm a bit scared because we have 1 day of recovery.
Alright, so I want to give some context here. Our girlfriends at that point are sitting at home, hating us to do this adventure without them. And they're arriving in Lithuania 8 days later at that point. And so that meant we really didn't have much time to play with. We couldn't take 2 days off or 3 days off and take care of my injuries, but we had to continue kind of no matter what if we wanted to do 1 marathon per country of the European Union in 2 months, which was the idea of the whole project. Back to the video.
And there was lots of leaves on the trails, meaning that actually the ground was quite uneven. And with the leaves on top, it looked straight, you know, it's like snow. And then below there was actually rocks and roots, and it was really difficult to not, you know, twist an ankle and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, number 10 done. I really feel like the challenge starts now.
No, it's gonna get interesting.
Now it's gonna get difficult. That was just a warm-up, you know?
Yeah.
Now it's a real workout.
We're beginning to approach the halfway.
But
It's gonna be
when I came here, I smelled some stuff in the kitchen, because
uh-huh.
that's also always a challenge, the food,
Like I said to you running before, we need to pay close attention to details now. Okay?
Yeah.
Just don't stretch now. Just go take a shower. We're gonna eat, and then I'm gonna see those legs. Do a good massage, sleep, and tomorrow see how you move. But now, for now, just don't stretch nothing. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Just go to bed.
Just go to bed, eat. Okay? And that's it.
Thanks, man.
Good job. Good job.
Tu vois tout le sel là?
Tu perds beaucoup de sel minéraux, toi. Hein. Prochaine laverie, faut que tu laves le truc là.
Sans blague.
I smell so bad.
Hop in.
Thanks, boys.
Dream tonight.
You did?
Yeah. You know who joined you in your quest?
Your wife.
No? Italo Ferreira.
So
really? You were running and he was surfing. It was nice, and he became a really good friend.
So this is pretty much what happens every morning when we get up. The first thing we have to do is to transfer all of our stuff from our bed to the bed upstairs where Marcel sleeps. After that, we have to transfer all of this rapidy hippity ha onto the bed in the back where Enzo and I are sleeping, and only then we can make a coffee and start, you know, doing our stuff. And then the next thing that happens is that Enzo goes out and looks for a place to take his morning dump.
It's something very important. Man, is this run for Europe or real life?
Look.
Found it.
Found it? Is it difficult to access?
I'll need my shoes to go there.
What's up, Marcel?
What's up, my brother?
This guy is insane, bro. He doesn't drink coffee and he's got most energy of all of us three in the morning. What's your secret?
I cannot tell you. It's a secret.
We are in Slovakia, in the high Tatras. To be honest, I'm a bit anxious because my knee is feeling quite bad. And I'm not sure how it's gonna hold for 42 kilometers. I don't know what to do, but we'll find a solution with Enzo. Maybe we'll break the run up in multiple pieces, and if it really doesn't go, then I'll run it tomorrow and have one more rest day. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
You're gonna eat some porridge, like always.
You're gonna have some porridge?
Yeah, and coffee, of course.
I have this 70 protection factor.
Well, I'm so happy I have this from Compress Sport, man. When it's getting cold, I love this.
I think that's enough now, just for this, maybe the windshield, and let's go!
Going to war. You guys can be around this area here. This is the other lake where we can also hike to. We also have that option. But around this lake is around 4 kilometers. So if we only do that, I have to run it 10 times. Which is nice, you know, 10 laps of 4 kilometers. Okay. I like it. So yeah, we're 1,350 meters high here in Slovakia. Amazing. It's not even that cold. It looks cold, but it's not that cold.
No.
Said the German and the French for the Brazilian.
I'm gonna keep this t-shirt dry for after the run. So I have some dry stuff. The weather conditions are really, really good. No wind, around 0 degrees. So for running, it's really good. The trail is flat and easy to run. I feel the knee. I'm not gonna say it's all good, but I'm having a really high cadence and running really slow. Let's just hope it's gonna hold for the next 36 kilometers. Let's go. I'm halfway through, 21 kilometers. I'm doing this one really slow, very high cadence because of that knee, and it's working. I can feel it, but if I maintain this stride and this flow, I feel like I can finish this one without too much risk of making it worse. So quite happy about it, but consequence of running slow is that it's getting quite boring, to be honest. This lake, I ran around this lake for 6-7 times already, and I mean, I don't want to complain, but you know what it is. It's been 2 hours already, 2.5, so 2.5 hours more. Kilometer 39, meaning that I have one more loop around this lake before I can go to the van. You see that smile? That's a genuine smile. My knee's hurting,
but in 3K I'm finished. So let's just take the 15 minutes, switch off the mind and finish this one.
What up?
Yeah, man!
How's it going, man?
Whee! Cool.
Yes, man.
Je suis content que t'aies pas eu de problème important, genre.
Moi aussi. Oh guys, this is where we slept. Kritzbahn, something like this, no?
It's getting interesting now. For Rapha and his legs, we can see all the small pains and problems coming in. Yeah, tomorrow Rapha is gonna start his 12th run, and we're gonna run around these lakes. There's actually a couple of more lakes, but now also the weather is gonna take an important part in the running because we're going up north, so it's gonna get colder, and this probably will be a challenge for him also. Let's see how his body responds.
First kilometers here in Hungary National Park, surrounded by pine trees, birch trees, large forests and lakes. Lots of lakes. Lots of... and dogs. I hope they're on the leash, bro.
Huge forests around here and beautiful trails cutting through the forests with lakes here and there. I saw some wildlife, some deer, but also lots of logging, which I presume it's legal around here because we're inside a national park, but it's still not right because there's just huge patches of forest. I'd say like maybe 10 football fields just being logged and gone.
Perfect timing, brother. 42.24 in just under 4 hours in Hungary National Park here in Poland. Amazing forest here behind us, as you can see. Lots of lakes around. It was a beautiful run. Around -2 degrees, so quite cold, but great for running. And thanks to, I forgot his name, but some blogger who wrote about this abandoned railway. That is an amazing trail run, basically through the forest with no cars, nothing. So I used this abandoned trail for like the last 15 to 20 kilometers. Just a bliss to run through a pristine forest like this. Lots of wildlife. I saw a lot of deer. I have 1 day of recovery. Knees feeling okay. I'm feeling great. Team is feeling good. So let's do this. Do I have a Banansky? Oh yes sir. Yes sir. Yeah boy.
We are just north of Augusto, and then we're off to somewhere in Lithuania.
Talk to me.
We're gonna sleep like this with Rapha tonight.
Oh, really?
Like Eskimos.
We lost the heating in the coldest country. We're in Lithuania, it's like -4 outside, and the heating does not work. The diesel sign is blinking, which means there is a problem. There is some kind of a problem. So what's the warmest stuff that we have? This is interesting. So today, wow.
Do you think Rapha wants to go running now?
This thing is so good.
The good thing about running is when you start, then you're hot.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like, because it's true, I've ran before, like in the mountains in the winter, it was like -5 to -10, and it was okay. But what I really don't like about the cold is when it's windy.
Yeah, the wind.
And today
It is windy.
yeah, it is. It is.
That's why cover your ears and your
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the
windshield. Nah, it should be okay.
yeah, I will for sure, bro.
Not the best condition.
But
Go at the
first we
beach.
go to the north, because we just started our northern journey. This is Lithuania. We are 25 kilometers west of Vilnius, which is the capital of this country, Lithuania, in a historical national park called Trakai. And Trakai was opened in 1992 to protect the very diverse and multi-ethnic communities that thrived in this area for a long time. So we're going to visit the historic red brick castle here on a little island in Trakai, which is apparently a must-see for any visitor who comes to Lithuania. And yeah, I mean, since the start of Run for Europe, one thing we really understand is that running is a great kind of vehicle to visit a place, because not only do you get to run through the cities and see like the architecture and this kind of stuff, but also you see the nature of the countries, because you can run through the trails. So running is great for that. So I'm going to take the GoPro, same protocol as always. The team's in here in the van, kind of warm, following me around.
And the sun is coming out.
Yeah. Trakai 30-kilometer route. Select. Start exercise.
It's insane to me how human beings can be that cruel. I really don't understand. You can be brainwashed and stuff, but that a whole nation, like, we're not talking about a few people here. We're talking about a whole country that has been brainwashed to kill children. It's crazy to me. Wow, still emotional. If you've ever been to a concentration camp or a Holocaust memorial, you may know what I'm feeling right now. It's a feeling of disbelief and respect and gratitude also, and of remembrance. Like, my parents, my mom is French and my dad is German, so my grandparents literally fought against each other during several world wars, right? With France and Germany. And what's going on right now in Europe with the Ukraine war, not sure when you're watching this, but right now Ukraine is unfortunately still being invaded by Russia. I haven't been watching the news for like a month because of this trip, so maybe it has already stopped and I'm not aware of it, but never forget. Never forget. It's been a long time, but actually, if you look at history, what happened here was yesterday, and it's not that old at all. And democracy is something we really need to protect. Look at that little... How beautiful is this? I love it. I love these trees. Look, it's so nice. Absolutely freezing. My cheeks here. Woo. I think I have like 10 kilometers on this road. That's gonna be cold. That's better.
So today is a special day because the girls are coming. So the plan for today is to clean this mess so we can have a cozy home for the next week. And yeah, pick them up at the airport. So we don't have much time. So we got to get moving and clean this all up.
Nice to meet you. How are you? So good? So good to be here.
Yes. Wow, it's so